Okay, so we're going to do all the chemical reactions that are involved in the types of chemical reactions lab, and I'm posting it here on YouTube so that way if you're absent, you can go ahead and fill out the absent sheet. So first things first, where's the camera? There's the camera. I'm going to take a piece of copper, I'm going to take a little bit of steel wool, and I'm just going to scrub it with some steel wool. So here's what it looks like before, so you can write what that looks like. And then I'm going to take a Bunsen burner. I know you guys can't really see it right now, I'll move it so you can. And I'm going to go ahead and light a Bunsen burner. If this gets wobbly, I'm sorry. But so here's my Bunsen burner. I'm going to go ahead and stick the copper wire in the very tip of the flame and heat it up for several minutes. So what this is doing is we're taking the copper and we're heating it up, and then that allows it to react with oxygen. And you can kind of see what it looks like while it's heating, so make sure to write your observations down. And it should be good enough. And when it's all done, this is what it looks like after. So you saw what it looked like before, this is what it looks like after. Write your observations. Okay. The next bit of lab is what I would demonstrate in class, is where we have a piece of magnesium metal. So magnesium looks like this normally. And then we're going to go ahead and burn it. Now, when this burns, it's going to be very white, bright. And that's what it looks like afterwards. Okay. So now I'm going to turn my Bunsen burner off, and we're going to go to the next station, station 2. Set this down for right now. So for station 2, what we're doing is we're going to take a very small amount of calcium carbonate and put it in a test tube, which looks like this. So write what your observations of before look like. Then I'm going to light a Bunsen burner again. And again, this gets shaky, I'm sorry. So here's our Bunsen burner, here's our sample. We're just going to stick it in and out of the Bunsen burner. You can start to see what's happening as I kind of jiggle over the test tube. And there you have it. That's what happened afterwards. Write your observations. So set that down. Shut my Bunsen burner off. Okay. And we're going to go to the third one. This one you guys should be able to see a little bit better. So for this first one, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a piece of zinc. So there's zinc metal. Let's take a good chunk here. And you can see what that looks like. If I can get the... So it looks kind of like whitish, silvery. And then I'm going to take a little bit of hydrochloric acid, and this is pretty strong stuff here. So you can see what that looked like before, just a clear liquid. And this is what's happening during the reaction. So if I refocus it, you can see, maybe here even, that there's some bubbling happening, and you can see that right there. So we're going to let that work, it's magic, and we're going to do the next one. Next one, we're going to take just a piece of aluminum foil, so aluminum foil. You can all see what that looks like. Crumple it up a little bit. Stick that in the test tube. And then I'm going to take some copper chloride solution and I'm going to cover it in the copper chloride solution. So you can see what color the copper chloride solution was initially. And as you can start to see, you can see there's a little bit of bubbling. And you can start to see things start to darken. This one takes a minute or two, so we're going to let that just work its magic. And we're going to look at how the zinc's doing. So here's zinc. If you can kind of tell it all, the zinc is dissolving, and we get this nice bubblage. Now eventually, what will happen is it will look something like this. So you get clear water, and you get some, if there's leftover zinc, there's leftover zinc. And for the aluminum, so you can start to see there's these reddish brown flakes, and the aluminum foil is actually dissolving. And the solution is becoming less green. So if we look at just the waste jar for this reaction, this is what it eventually will look like. Now this is a little tinged green still, but if we swirl it, you can see that green kind of goes away, and you can see there's chunks of copper metal. And there's that one. Let's go over station 4. So for station 4, what we're going to do is we're going to recreate that data table that's on your sheet. So station 4, double replacement. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do 5 drops of each. And then I'm going to just recreate that data table. I know this is boring, but we're almost there. And now I'm going to go down. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the results were. So just that 1, 2, and 3 in A, B, and C rows, you can see that A3 and C2 and C3 all made solids. And maybe B2 did. Yeah, that one looks a little cloudy, so I'd say B2 as well. And that's station 4. And last but not least is station 5. And as we go over here to station 5, it on there. A little closer here. I have just a wooden splint, and I have my Bunsen burner. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the Bunsen burner on, and this is just going to provide a flame for us. And then I'm going to take a couple drops of rubbing alcohol. Now this is really strong rubbing alcohol. I'm going to light my wood splint on fire. If I lit it on fire first. And we see combustion. So right what it looked like before, during, and it's burning away. I don't know if you can see the little circle in the center of the watch glass is getting smaller, and the flame is getting smaller. Just for comparison, in case you didn't see it, this is what it looked like initially. And the flame is still going, still going, still going, and it's out. And as we can tell, there is nothing on the watch glass anymore. So that's the after. Go ahead, write your observations, and then finish up your lab report.